On my show now, it's time to get a previous guest I've had on my show. We've got Misty Lemond joining me on my show, a pianist, composer, instrumentalist, joining me for a catch up interview. How are we doing, Misty?
Doing well. How are you doing today, Danny?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I've had a really good day. Nice and restful day today, actually, just to catch up with things and do some
Has it
things.
been cold?
It has. So we're here in the Great Britain at the moment. The weather's gone from Arctic blasts to gusts,
Oh,
and then the weather gets a bit more stable from there. Where are you in the world? Are you Alabama? Are you?
yes, I am in northern Alabama, an hour south of Nashville, and it has been freezing this week.
Oh yes, I can share your coldness. Yeah, it's that Atlantic blast, isn't it? It's going from there to
Oh
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And did you have a good New Year and everything?
I did. I've been keeping busy and I love staying busy and I've surrounded myself with friends and family, so it was wonderful. What about you?
Yeah, same. Happy days. Keeping busy. Done a few gigs.
Yeah,
Yeah, and trying to work on new stuff and everything. And yeah, keep going. Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah.
absolutely.
So when we last spoke, you released a Christmas album, a selection of
Uh-huh.
Christmas songs. How was that received?
Oh, it was very well received. It actually surprised me quite a bit how well it was received. um, People from all over the world were reaching out to me and letting me know, hey, I love your Joy to the World. I love, you know, the Silent Night. It was just incredible.
Mm. Oh, that's good. Good to hear. I'm really pleased for you. And of course, the days just keep going and going. I don't know where they're coming to. And we did mention
Oh,
in
yeah,
that previous interview you had something in the works, which was an album of love songs.
absolutely. Yes, I had just started working on composing some love songs. I was not at the time anticipating releasing it so soon, but our radio friend Ruben, he was like, I challenge you to release the album on Valentine's Day. And this is like the end of October. And I'm like, whoa, I don't know if I can do that, but I'm up for a challenge, so I'll give it a go.
Yeah,
And
sure. And I know you're releasing this the end of January, so it gives a couple of weeks window for it to reach everyone, streaming platforms and promotion.
right, right. Yeah, the single comes out on the 30th of January, and then the entire album will release on all music streaming platforms on Valentine's Day.
Right, so it will impact on the actual big day itself, February the 14th, which is actually Shrove Wednesday, believe it or not, this year here in the UK.
Oh,
So yeah, that's
oh,
that's unusual for them to clash Valentine's and Shrove Tuesday. Brilliant.
yeah.
So yeah, on this collection of songs, you have eight songs in total, or nine, eight
Well,
or nine.
actually, I have 11 in total. And I believe I shared eight with you. But yes, I have 11 songs total.
Mm.
The first one starts with Love in Paris. That's going to be the single. And believe it or not, I have a song on here that I had written for my grandmother that she had asked me, she had asked if I could write a song and name it after her. So on the third track, A Love Like Doris, that is a dedication and shout out to my grandmother.
Oh, that's really sweet. And these tracks, are they a collection of cover versions or originals, or are they all your own works?
Oh, they're all of my own works.
Wow.
Most of these pieces I've composed in the last few months. Now, there are two or three that are a few years old that I've composed a few years ago, but I went through and I sort of polished them up and, updated them. But, songs that you compose that you're not sure if you don't have a place for it yet, but it fit into this theme. And I thought, okay, I need to polish these up and dust them off a little bit and add them to the album, and that's what I did.
Mm. Love in Paris as well. Paris, haven't been there in a while, but France, a very romantic city. Have you ever been? Have you ever been? Is that where you drew your inspiration from?
Yes, I've been. It's been since I was a little girl that I've been, but I remember what a romantic place France in total is. It's just it has beautiful countryside, beautiful cities, and I don't know when I composed this song, it just sounded like France. To be honest with you, it just fit,
Mm.
and so I just, I imagined a scene where, when two people are falling in love and you're walking by a Parisian cafe and, it it just, to me, the song sounded like a movie song that's set in Paris,
Mm,
to me, honestly.
mm. When you think about it, Europe is quite a romantic place, really.
Yes.
Mm. France as well. I know what you mean about the fields. You're flying over, going to Spain, you see the green fields.
Oh, yes,
Mm,
yes. I remember driving through the countryside in France and just being totally in awe because in this huge pasture surrounded like by red flowers, there was this huge teapot the size of a house, and it was very delicate. Like you could tell it was made from love. Like it was just gorgeous, and we don't have things like that over here in the States. And so yeah, I thought when I wrote that song, I thought this just really looks and sounds like
mm.
Paris, like France.
Sure. And one standout track which is catching my eye is a promenade proposal.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I wanted to, like with each song, I wanted to capture um different stages of love, of falling in love. And the Promenade Proposal is, to me, it sounded like a song where it'd be perfect for a gentleman to like propose to his lady, like you're walking down this beautiful Parisian promenade and it's twilight and candles everywhere and this song is playing in the background. I know that sounds cheesy, but if you listen to
Mm.
the song, it matches the scene. Like it was I don't know, it sounded like that to me.
I know you say cheesy, but I know what you mean. But sometimes that concept actually works.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah.
And there's
Like
one.
over here in the States,
Yeah.
we have, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, over here in the States, we have what we call Hallmark movies. And, every movie kind of has the same recipe, but they're love stories. And people, they say they're cheesy, but they can't help but watch them because they're so wholesome and loving.
Mm. And there's another one in here. Dare I say, there's a German track. I might be able to pronounce one of it. Ich liebe Deutsch, is it?
Ich liebe dich.
What's
Yes.
that? What's that song about?
When I was a little girl, my grandparents lived in Germany. Um, and that's how I got to visit France and everything. We would fly over and we would visit them. And they were teaching me, German. Now, I do not know it fluently, but I know bits and pieces of like important phrases. And it became a theme in our family. Instead of saying, I love you when we would leave to go somewhere for the day or separate part ways, instead of just saying, okay, bye, I love you, it was bye, ich liebe dich, because it was part of practicing our German phrases. And so it just kind of stuck, when my grandparents moved back to the States, we just kind of continued saying, ich liebe dich, auf Wiedersehen. And it became a special phrase.
Mm. Sure. And moving on now to your piano compositions, do you like to do medleys? So you get one or two
Oh, yeah.
tracks and you do like a little medley. They seem to be quite popular at the moment.
Oh, yes. I love doing medleys. Like, there's an excitement to it with combining two songs. Like, how are you going to do it? How are they going to fit together? They seem like two opposing melodies going on, but you find a common key, you find a commonality within the music, and you're able to blend them together effortlessly. And it just creates, in my opinion, this beautiful
Mm.
masterpiece.
Bit of an art form as well.
Oh,
Mm,
absolutely. I
mm.
mean, to a painter, it would be like blending the perfect colors on the canvas. To a
Cool.
musician, it's like, do a medley.
And I mentioned last time your social media pages, and we'd just like to remind where we can find you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can find me on Twitter, Misty Lemond. And also, I'm very active on Facebook, Misty Lemond, pianist and composer. My music can be found on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, all the major streaming platforms.
Well, look, what I like about you as well, you're very interactive with your followers as well. Um, you like to connect with the people who listen to your music. That's quite an
I
important
do.
factor, isn't it?
Yes, because I mean, like, I wouldn't have a reason to really put my music out there if I didn't have followers who are listening to it. And I feel like if you're going to listen to my music, then I absolutely want to interact with you and I want you to feel seen. That's important to me.
Mm. So true. And you're also where you mentioned Spotify, Apple Music, all the bigger labels as well, where people can listen to your music, the streaming platforms.
Yes, yes. Spotify, Amazon, Deezer, Gosh, there's so many of them, aren't there?
Mm. What do you like about being an independent artist? Running your own show.
I guess I like running my own show. I can put out albums when I would like. I get to choose the songs that I put out. It feels nice to have more control over your own personal brand, to be able to say, no, I don't want this image put out. I don't want this song put out, sort of thing. Um, to me, there's a lot of freedom in that.
Great. Well, as I say, these interviews go really quickly, and I just want to say thank you very much for hopping on to catch up interview today. I'm going to play one of your records now on my show. Would you like to introduce Love in Paris on my show?
Yeah, absolutely. Um, Please take a listen to Love in Paris, the single leading track from my new album, Yours Truly, Romantic Piano Melodies.
Great luck with this album, and we'll probably catch up with you soon on your next projects. Okay,
Awesome. Thank you so
you're
much.
welcome.